And today we're going to be taking a look at our second 1911 UltraTool. These are some takedown tools for the small size 1911 pistols made by a guy in Texas. They're US made. I think they're both very clever and very useful. We're looking at a very pricey pistol here. For those of you that are not familiar, the Springfield EMP is a 9mm 1911 style pistol. Take a quick look. Now it's going to break down very similar to a typical 1911. However, because it's the shortened frame and the short barrel, it's got a two-stage spring, which is very tight. And a lot of guys that carry these just find it difficult sometimes to disassemble them. Of course, it's possible to disassemble them without the 1911 UltraTool. It just makes it a little less work, a little less to keep track of. What we're looking at, the tool itself is solid brass. I'm not going to bother showing it close up because I'm not interested in showing people exactly how to make one. It's clever, and it's definitely, you can see from the different grinds and cuts and shape that it's been well thought out. Of course, once it's put to use, it's fairly obvious that this was done by someone who knows what they're doing. So when you take down a 1911, you have your guide rod, which goes down the center of the spring. We're going to take the 1911 UltraTool, clip it into place. I give it a little spin there just to let gravity help me out here. And now I'm going to go ahead and let the slide start going closed. I didn't just, obviously I walk it forward a little bit, but the idea here now is that that spring stays compressed in there. It can't expand all the way, of course, because the brass sleeve is in the way. Now that allows the slide to move without a lot of resistance or anything. So the next step in taking down the 1911, of course, is to remove that and allow the frame to come loose from the slide. The barrel is going to just come right out the front, very typical 1911 style. Of course, 9mm, and then of course the slide. And you can see how the 1911 UltraTool is compressing that spring and making our work a little easier. Now it is possible, and they tell you in the description of how to use it and in the safety, and for if you were to dink with this, it's going to fall out and it's going to potentially be dangerous or hurt somebody. But just don't dink with it. So now you do your cleaning. You could obviously hold this in place and do your cleaning if you needed to. But reassemble, very similar to the way you would normally do it, although again, the spring being compressed for you just makes it a bit easier. And everybody's got their own style of assembling a 1911, and I am not a 1911 guy by any means. Don't claim to be. However, I do make an attempt not to scratch up an expensive pistol when I reassemble it. So I like to hold one of my thumbs under the lever here. Bring the slide to where it needs to be. And then push it up and back into place without leaving a scratch on the frame there. Now I'm going to go ahead and pull the slide all the way back. And now we just rotate the UltraTool out of position. No tools needed. And we're back to a functioning pistol. So for the EMP, the 9mm short Springfield 1911 style pistol, you've got your 1911 UltraTool to make takedown a little easier. I believe these run about $25.
The guys and gals of GunWebsites.com encourage you to take a CCW class every year, practice at least once a month, and carry every day. Thanks for watching GunWebsites.com.